Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shinjo Akane. That was such a good toss, too. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shinjo Akane from Gridman is here out in the line from Annulus. We did take a look at a model kit in this line, kind of a new series previously, and pretty cool, very interesting, very similar to the Sosai Shoujo Teien kits from Kotobukiya in that there's no mecha aspect to these. They're just like Musume model kits here of the character. Fairly minimal on the accessories too, but if you're a fan of the series, then you're probably going to enjoy this one. So let's go ahead and check it out here for today's video. And as we get into checking out the box here, I'll once again preface this video by saying that I have not seen the anime. I have no background information or knowledge about the anime, the character at all. We're just here to take a look at the model itself. So just on that note, really cool box artwork here on the front, illustration of the character with that big massive kaiju there in the background. Not necessarily a very thick box here as you can see, but on the side just the same markings and everything here. I believe this is non-scale, though it's going to be comparable to like a 1/10 scale kit. We'll take a look at that here later on. Fashion here, just showing off a couple of the option parts. I guess we've got some option legs, whether you want to have leggings or not. Some different style options here, whether you want to have the glasses or the headphones or not. Some different accessories here, a knife, a little like a journal book there it looks like, and then maybe an option part to hold hands with the other character kit in the line. On the other side of the box, we have a vertical image here of the painted kit. A look at the included waterside decals that we have for this as well. And that's about it. One other cool thing that I just want to point out to you guys is how the box art for these two kits combine together here like this when you put them side to side. So not only is the box art really nice on their own, but put together they make for a really nice display there with the two of them. So very cool. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got inside here. Our instructions we'll take a look at in just a moment, and then all of our parts, including the pre-painted face parts there. So we'll take a look at all that stuff in just a moment. First off, for the instruction manual here, you've got the same artwork from the front of the box. On the back side, just the kind of wraparound version of that. On the inside right here is our parts list, and the waterside decals fell out of the instruction manual here, but just to take a look at those, you can see we've got eye decals and then a couple other markings on here for around on the clothing, pink stripes, these green buttons right there, and then these little gold ones right there as well. But other than that, the construction is just going to continue on here, or start and continue on from the head, the body, and onto the limbs. Like I said, pretty basic construction here for this one. We've got some accessories which are going to be covered towards the end. We have a little stand there for this, and then where to place the eye decals and other decals around on the kit, I should say, where to place all the decals and everything. We've got a couple of color sample images over here just so you can see exactly which parts are supposed to be in which color, and illustration work down here as well, so you can see what that's based off of. And that's pretty much it for the manual, so pretty simple and straightforward with that. Here's a nice close look at our 4 pre-printed faces here. As you can see, the printing quality on them not the best. As you can see, it's kind of a little bit dotty looking, I guess is kind of the best way I can describe that. The colors and the white part kind of around in the eyes, so not the highest printing quality that I've seen, although the actual just like molding and the expressions do look pretty nice, I'll say. Getting into the runners, then we've got this clear runner here for the display base and a connection arm there for that. In runner A, we have 2 of, one in this kind of dark blue for the legs, and this is supposed to be if you want to have it looking like it has the leggings on, and then a skin tone version if you want to have no leggings on. Similarly with the B runner as well, we have one version in white and one version in blue for the pants as well as for the headphones parts right there. Runner C is some more skin tone parts here for, it looks like, wrist joints, feet, and parts for the head and neck. Runner E is one little clear part here for some broken glasses. Runner F is a set of face parts here without the printing on them, so if you wanted to use different eye decals or just paint them differently, you can use these face parts for that. Runner G here in black is parts for the shoes and the skirt. Runners H1 and H2 are going to be all of our hand parts here in skin tone. Runner H1 has closed fists, open expressive hands, and looks like open resting hands there basically. H2 has our new specific hands for this kit with like the kind of Star Trek hands there, with the knife held in the hand and then the set of holding hands there together that you can use between the two characters. Runner I here in light pink is going to mostly be parts for the hair, but then there's some other parts for in and around on the body and some kind of different parts there as well. Runner J in this purple color for some more parts of the clothing there. Runner D here is in white there for some parts for the shirt. And lastly, Runner J here in this darker purple color is some more parts for the clothing, and that's it. But alright, so here is Akane all built up. Really, really nice. I gotta say, I think this one actually came out better than the first release in the line, to be honest. The way that the parts are separated and everything to make all the colors that you see there on the jacket. And even though it's not completely color accurate, and we do have some of those waterside decals that you'll need to put onto the jacket to make it fully color accurate, I think what they've been able to do with this, just to make it look as good as it does straight out of the box, is pretty impressive. So in my opinion, I think it's a bit of an upgrade to the first release, but still, once again, like with the first release, a really, really nice build here. I actually think it even came out looking better than I expected. So let's go ahead and start off by taking a look at some of our included accessories here with the kit. So for our accessories, first of all, we're going to have this base, which is the same one that came with Rika. It's very simple. You have a couple of points of articulation along here and just a peg at the top. That's going to plug in right here into the back. You can see where there's a hard point for that. But alternatively, we do also have this clasp piece, which can be plugged onto here. And this you can just open and close to close up around the waist and not have it actually plugged into the back of the kit necessarily. Down here for the legs, you have the legging option with the shoes, but we do also have the option to have it just with the bare legs like that, also with bare feet, or you could like put the shoes onto the legs, I guess, if you wanted to, onto the skin tone legs. But it's just a simple matter of just swapping out the whole leg section there. Very easy to do. And then up here for the head, we've got some options here, an optional piece for the bangs if you wanted to have the glasses on like that. It's an optional bangs piece that has a kind of cutout section there for holding the clear glasses parts in place. And then there's option parts for the hair parts on the side of the head if you are planning on using the headphones on there. So the headphones need to be on like different hair, where parts of the side of the hair is flat there to account for the headphones, and we'll see how these look on the kit in just a moment, but pretty nicely detailed there. I think it would be simple enough to modify if you wanted to add some actual wire in these. You could maybe just like cut off that little bit there at the bottom, drill a little hole up in there, and then you could have you could very easily modify some wires out the bottom of the headphones. Just need to then also sand out that mold line that goes all the way around there, but otherwise pretty nice. We've got our different face options here, and like I mentioned, the printing quality on them not as nice as some other lines, but just in terms of generally like the expression of them, they do look pretty nice. There was the first two, here's the second two, so you have a nice range of emotional expressions that you can do with the faces there, and two of the faces have that extra little piece added in the back to make the pink part there for the mouth. And then lastly, for our hand options, we've got these closed fists, which I've got there on the kit at the moment. We've got this set of like open resting hands here for the left and the right side. These Star Trek hands here for the left and the right side as well. Open expressive hands here for the left and the right side, and then a couple of accessory holding hands. The knife holding hand is one solid piece, so you'll have to paint the knife as it's just molded in skin tone here together with the hand. For the hand here, which is holding this little book, the book is a separate piece, so that is a different color. You don't have to worry about necessarily painting that, but it is nicely detailed. And then we've got our joined hands, which I feel like you could have easily just done just with like the open resting hands from the two kits to just make it look like they're holding hands, but it's nice that these are actually molded together. Like the detail and the pose will be like exactly right on them to match, to make it look like the two kits are actually holding hands. So we'll see how that looks in just a moment. Otherwise though, just generally on the construction of the kit, this part here around like what is like the top of the sweatshirt is just kind of like floating freely there between the top and bottom half of the kit. So you have to kind of take off the arms and the top and bottom half apart if you wanted to see what that looks like without that piece on there. But yeah, as you can see, it just is going to look really strange and it's not going to look right. So you definitely need that piece on there just to kind of hide the transition and make it look more natural here, because this is just like nothing. What is that? It's weird. But that said, with this piece on there, while it does look better like that, it is going to definitely restrict your arm movement, as your arms are just contained within this piece here, so you're not going to really be able to lift them up very high or anything like that. You can basically just bend the elbow. And I think you can still do some nice poses here with this like that, but again, I think like I said with the Rika kit and earlier on in this video as well, it's definitely one that it's not going to be as nice as some other different model kit options similar to this, but if you're a fan of the character, I mean, I think it's a really nice representation. Taking a look at a few different poses here, you can see there's plenty of different options as far as poses that you can do. It just is going to be slightly restricted by the built-in articulation and especially the restrictions of the clothing on it, but the articulation that it does have, coupled with the nice set of different accessories that you have, I think make it so that you can certainly pull off a lot of different poses, especially related to the character, right? So that's why I kind of keep coming back to the point that This is definitely a line of model kits that are very much tailored for fans of this particular character, that I feel like it's kind of different from other Mecha Musume or like Musume model kit lines in general, like with the closest comparison being to Kotobukiya's Sosai Shoujo Teian line, because those characters aren't like necessarily from a particular anime series or game series or anything, they're just kind of their own unique characters. I feel like that is a line that is much more open to customization, and that's kind of the whole point of that line, that parts are able to be mixed and matched and you can kind of customize them and do all sorts of different things with them. Whereas with these, that doesn't necessarily seem like it's the case. It's basically more like a Figma that you can build yourself. So if you're a big fan of the character and you wanted like a little figure of the character, but maybe you wanted something that you can actually build as a model kit, that's really the role that these model kits fit. And if that's something that you're looking for, I think you'll definitely enjoy them. But if not, if you are looking for something that's more like a model kit series that's made for customization and everything, then I mean, you could most definitely customize these, of course, but something like the Sosai Shoujo Teian line would be something that maybe would be a better fit if that's what you're looking for. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. If there's other characters from this series that you guys would like to see out as model kits like this, or if there's any other kits from like different series that you would like to see out as model kits rather than just Figma or statues or anything. Obviously, with so many different anime and games out there with a lot of characters that fans like, I think there's a lot of different options, but I'm interested to hear in the comments what are some possible characters that you guys might like to see as model kits similar like this out in the future. Let me know. And if you guys want to check out some more Mecha Musume model kits or any other type of model kits, paints, tools, and supplies, and all that good stuff, check the link in the video description to USA Gundam Store. Got all sorts of cool stuff there for you guys. And as always, thank you all so much for all of your support, whether it be liking the video, commenting, or making sure that you're subscribed. It really helps out a lot. Thank you guys all so much. Till next time, hope you all have a great day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.